Dragon Ball Daima, Episode 6, Lightning. Let's see what the crew is getting into next. All right, Dragon Ball Daima. All right, Episode 6, Lightning. Basically, everybody's just continuing their adventure as we, have Goku and crew try to figure out, what they got to do next and get to wherever they need to go. So, of course, we've got Goku, Shin, Glorio, and Pansy all traveling together, where eventually the ship that they're on decides to break down because they overpacked it, got too much stuff in it, and they end up having to make an emergency landing. Well, during that process, we get a little bit more about how much cargo is going on there that they need to get rid of, and that Goku has to go poop. It's riveting stuff, man. I'm telling you. Basically, it's a running joke throughout the whole episode when they're talking about Goku and how he's just a unsanitary kind of thing. I mean, the boy was raised in the wild. He's, part of a race of great apes and stuff. So I'm pretty sure sanitary things were not their normal. They don't really care, I guess. But again, with him not wanting to take showers or skip showers, not washing hands after going poo, but he has decency to ask for toilet paper, so that's awesome. But we end up having the gender Murray, like the other guy's planes come in and they're looking for Goku, and they said there's a bounty on him. It's like a 10 gold bounty that Gloria looks like he may be considering, but they end up letting it fly, and they end up going about their business, and they're like, all right, well, Shin is just like, yo, we're thrill seekers, we're just trying to go explore, and that's about it. Since Goku is conveniently off to go use the bathroom, he's not present, which means they ain't got to fight or deal with nobody. But we get a little bit more backstory, I guess, on Shin. And, Shin is a Glend, and they're born from trees, which is something I didn't know. So apparently they're like attached to trees, and that's one of the reasons it makes sense why he only drinks, water, has liquid, because again, born from a tree, you don't really have need to eat. All your nutrients are absorbed through sunlight and water. So it all tracks. But we found out more about because Arensu, and I'm gonna butcher these names, so bear with me. Arensu, that's his older sister, and the Degusi, that is his younger brother. And the reason they're really because there's 5 Glen trees, and if you're born from the same tree, then you have a relation to each other. Hence, older sister, younger brother. If you're not, I guess that essentially makes you cousins, maybe something. I don't know. But eventually they end up getting back on their way after they get the ship cargo weight figured out, and they end up setting up camp in a cave. Chilling out in the cave, and Glorio is just kind of talking to Goku, and everybody's eating and stuff, and we end up finding out that he wants to defeat Goma because he makes the Majin suffer. Like, he's just an unruly, leader in that aspect. He's just, just kind of crazed on like, yo, I'm taking them out, or they need to, feel my wrath. And Glorio's not about that life. And he's also not about anybody mispronouncing his name, because Goku keeps jacking that up, and that's really aggravating the crap out of him. But we see Glorio ends up making a call to report to Arensu about what's been going on. So we already know he's been hired by somebody higher up, and obviously it looks like that's who he's been hired by, or at least that's who he's reporting to as far as whatever his mission is. As they go back to kind of rest with it, they end up having that Minotaur come through the cave. So just Minotaur, who ends up kind of talking trash, like, yo, I'm going to eat y'all. I'm hungry. And eventually he gets sidestepped because Goku's like, yeah, I don't care. You a big cow. And he's like, I'm not a cow. I'm a Minotaur. It's like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Eventually, it got to the point where Gloria was like, "Yo, step back. I'll handle this." And Goku's like, "Yeah, no, I got it." And like, you want to try me? Yo, run them hands. So I'm like, okay, Minotaur, you can go have a seat. We finna settle this, and then we'll get back to you. So Goku and Glorio decide to run them hands and see what's what. Now, that entire fight was, of course, lackluster because we see Goku more or less. It was a cool move, like how he split the beam and stuff. It was called lightning because see Glorio is using some kind of like lightning abilities to really kind of get stuff done. But Goku kind of gets through that, pops Super Saiyan at one point, and just like, yo, you can't run this. And eventually, Glorio kind of sees his power, and I guess the match is conceded because he's just like, yeah, I don't think I really want that smoke. Goku's just like, hey, this is what I'm about, this is that life. And in the process of that, the Minotaur is like, yeah, nah, I already ate earlier. I don't want to deal with none of that. I'm good. I'm finna head back inside and y'all go do what y'all do. So that gets, the whole crew kind of ready to get back on the road, so to speak, and continue their journey. During this process, we see Vegeta training, as always, kind of getting his stuff in, while you got Piccolo, Bulma, Kibito, and like Popo. There's all there, and Bulma's working on a ship. He's trying to get a ship together so that Piccolo and Kibito can join Vegeta and get to wherever they need to get to. Now, they got some problems because as Bulma got the thing working, everybody got in and ready to go. That thing crashed immediately. Don't know what's going on. She's got to figure out what's wrong, but that obviously delays, the other Z fighters from getting to where they need to go. Which I'm not sure how much of a sense of urgency they need to get to where they need to go. Of course, kind of in Dragon Ball fashion, they'll show up right when they need to kind of further the story along. This episode was more or less meh. There wasn't much going on. It was just, hey, this is where we're going, and it looked like some filler stuff. We get a little bit more on Glorio, what's going on with him, and that's about it. I haven't been too high up on this series as far as just the content. Again, I'm watching it. It looks like it's going to definitely answer some questions that, we probably had, again, like the original Dragon Balls and all that kind of stuff. So I am interested to see about that, but there is nothing that really makes me excited to kind of get into the next episode. Gonna watch it. Gonna definitely get into it, but I need a bit more. I need some more action. I need some more fighting. I need to know. I need the stakes to be higher, I guess. Right now, we just got to get everybody transformed back. But that's the thing. I'm not a big fan of the kid status thing. Like, I think Trunks did it well. Like, Trunks was like, again, his Vegeta's kid, so he's, he's ripped and freak. He's trying to like go in and do work stuff like that. Whereas Goku, more or less, where it is, he's always eating and just looks, he's just sitting somewhere, full because he didn't finish eating, so like that. And then when he gets up to kind of go in and fight, yeah, I'm just not really excited for the fight because, and that's something I figured. Like, even though he got turned back into a child, I'm like, he retains all his knowledge and abilities for the different attacks and different stuff that he does, so that and Goku's demeanor has always kind of been more or less playful, but I kind of figured it'd be a little bit more of a, I won't say serious, a little better version of him. I just don't really like the kid versions of this stuff, but that's about it. That's my take on it. We definitely have Brent back to continue to cover this soon because he'll be able to break this down better than I am. But that's just kind of where my standing is in the series so far. I'm just kind of just watch and see, and hopefully we get some cool stuff happening at some point. So that's all I got. Please make sure you hit that little red subscribe button. Make sure to subscribe. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about what's going on. Other animes you want to watch. I'll be covering Blue Lock because the Japan U20 is going on. So I'm hyped about that, even though the animation is not where we want it to be. But again, the story is one of the reasons why I'm there. So that's all I got. I'll catch you guys in the next one.